Hello everybody, how are we doing today? Dude, I'm in love with my eyes today. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say the F word. Ow, God bless. So I'm trying to open my Red Bull, while I drive, and I just want to show you guys something. I bought these little, knockoff, I probably shouldn't say knockoff, Gucci glasses, and I like outside of the box I love them. They're so cute, but this is a problem that I find with glasses, and I always have this problem. Ready? Watch. My eyelashes get stuck on them, so it's either don't wear big eyelashes or I can wear them like really far down. And I love these, but I just can't enjoy them with my eyelashes on. So, woo, honey. I'm kind of driving off the road a little bit. So then I also purchased these Versace glasses. Hold on. Oh my God. Can't get them on. Okay, here we go. A little Versace moment, okay? And I like them, but it almost, we have the same issue with the whole lashes, you know what I mean? And it's primarily this right eye, right over here, so I guess I'll just not wear them, which sucks because that's why I bought them, is to wear them. Anyways, how is everybody doing? I am so over all this COVID crap. Oh my gosh, though. Can you believe that the president announced that he's been taking the hydrochloroquine the entire time? Love that. So he's telling us that it's going to be okay to take hydrochloroquine because he's been taking it, so therefore it can't be outlawed. I'll tell you guys something else. I noticed that my teeth have gotten dramatically whiter because I quit smoking. It's been since November 19th of 2019. That's weird. That means I quit smoking 11/19/19. I quit smoking cigarettes. I do vape, and some people have mixed feelings about it. They're like, you didn't quit smoking, you just traded one for the other. Well, probably did. But I feel I feel better about my life, and I don't smell like a cigarette. So I prefer to smell like Gucci because I like Gucci. I love Gucci. I'm actually wearing this new Gucci that I got it's probably like, I don't know, me and Pauletta went and got it together. I think it's called Gucci Memoir. I used to wear the Gucci Bloom all the time, and I love that smell, but they didn't have it. And honestly, anything Gucci is good for me because I used to wear Juicy Couture because I loved the smell, right? The problem that I have with Juicy is it doesn't last on my skin. Like, I would spray it on, and then I would get to work, and then about an hour into work, I couldn't smell it. So, and this was after I had quit smoking. So, a part of me is just like, why am I spending $120 on some perfume just then to, do you have an opening for today? Just to turn around and not even wear it. You know what I mean? Not even last. As much as I love the scent, it just doesn't last on me, so I stick with Gucci. What else was I gonna say? I'm really enjoying living out here in the country. It's a lot of fun for me. I didn't think that I would like it as much, but ironically, I'm really starting to like it. Okay, see, look, the minute I start saying, like, oh, I like living out in the country, I get stuck behind somebody that's going like 25 miles an hour. Okay, it's fine. I don't have to be anywhere like work or anything. Take your time. Take your time. I'm gonna try and take Deuce to the vet in a couple of days. I have to. If you watched my video about my dog, then you'll know that he's getting older and he was peeing in the house a lot, and then he stopped doing that. But I don't know. I think that I've been dreading taking him because I just don't want the news. Does that make sense? Like, he's not in pain, he's not hurting that I know of. He hasn't been whimpering, or he doesn't limp around. It's just he's getting up there in age, and I know the time's going to come where I'm gonna have to put him down, and I don't want to do that. That makes me sad. That really makes me sad, because I mean, he's been in my life, God, for almost, like, this summer will be 14 years. He's been in my life. That's insane. He just does his own thing, and he's been a great dog. I don't want to talk about that anymore. On to other things. I've been doing really good. You guys would be so proud of me. I started up a new business plan. We're launching something new, and I can't really talk about it right this second, but just know I'm being very responsible, and it's working out, and I'm doing really good. So, Amy. Oh man, I gotta tell you guys this. This is so sad. So I planted some plants, I planted some seeds in a pot, and I watched it, kind of grow. It's been like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, and I've watched them grow into these little seedlings, right? And the little seedlings are, let me think about this, maybe like 3 or 4 inches tall. So they're great. I went to go move them last night into this barrel, and you're probably not going to know what I'm talking about unless you watch my last video. But it's a flower pot, but it's not really a flower pot. It looks like a barrel that's been like cut in half and then like laid over on the side, and it's so cute, and I really love it. So I had 2 different plants that I had planted little seeds, and they were in 2 different pots, like a bag of seeds in this pot and then a bag of seeds in the other pot. And so they have grown up, and they're really big, and I was reading on there that if the neighbors if their leaves are touching each other, then they're not gonna do very good. And so you have to do what's called, like, thin them out, right? So I tell Justin, I was like, I need to separate these, because I was very irresponsible when planting the seeds. I was just like, you know what I mean? Just like, do. Like, there was no strategic, like, do. No, it was like, oh, like throwing seeds everywhere. So they grew in big bunches, just like a bunch here and a bunch here. And so they're too close together. I didn't know this, but whenever I went to go move them, and I filled up the new pot, which is a whole huge open concept. It's so awesome. I, wet the soil, just kind of dampened it or whatever. And then I kind of, knocked it on the sides to get it loose and compacted into one ball, whatever. Whenever I flipped it over, I realized that I had made a grave mistake. Whenever I say that, the pots that I chose, and I don't know why I didn't think about this, but the pots that I chose to put these seeds in is like bottlenecked tight at the top, and then it just gets bigger. So it like kind of goes whoop like that, but it's like skinnier at the top. That's great. It's a wonderful pot. Not for moving stuff. Terrible for moving stuff. Because when you go to flip it upside down, that big part can't fit through that bottleneck at the top. So I'm like beating the hell out of this, trying to get it out. And man, some of those, like, literally, they look like little people because the little 4-inch tall things just kind of fell out, right? And their little legs, they had like 2 little legs that were roots. And they just kind of fell out. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I start poking holes everywhere and like jamming them in there, like, please survive. I feel like I can hear a big bug in here. And if anybody knows, I am effing petrified of wasps. But I can hear something moving in my car. I don't like that. Look at me, I got my phone up. I'm driving down the road looking, and because I'm telling you guys right now, if you think that I won't, if there's a wasp in this car, if you don't think I won't drop this thing in the park, jump out and bail on this car, you got another thing coming, okay? I will abandon this car. You think I'm playing? I'm not. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to do it. Seriously. I'm freaked out. Help me out, mirror. Help me find the wasp if there's one in here. Oh, God. Hate them. I'll tell you guys a story. I think I've said this before, but I can't remember if I have or not. But I'll tell you a story of why I am so petrified of these damn wasps. Okay. So, Kaiser was... Let me think about this. Kaiser was, like... Shit, pothole. Kaiser was, like, 2 months old. I think he was maybe a month old. Can't remember. He was either 1 month or 2 months old. My amazing Aunt Brandy had said, hey, I got you this, picture bundle with this company. She's phenomenal. Call her up, schedule an appointment. Here's a $100 gift card. I'm like, sweet, Because I was first-time parents, and I didn't know what... I didn't know that there was, like... When you have kids, there's, like, stuff that you have to do besides, like, basic necessities, okay? Photo shoots. If you don't get your kids photo shoots when they're babies, like, you're basically the devil, okay? And people, little Shetland ponies, I love those. And people, when they find out, they will look at you like you are just the worst parent ever because you didn't take your kids to get photos. You know what I mean? I didn't know these things. I'm not really in that whole, like, community of, like, you need to do this and put big bows on your kid's head. I got into it because I had to, but, there for the longest, no, I wasn't in that. So I just didn't know. Trailing off. So, long story short, called the lady, booked an appointment. I show up in the morning, yada, yada, yada. We take photos. I thought it was going to be like hour and a half max. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I planned for like being gone for like 2 hours, 2.5 max, right? Because it was in Shawnee. So, little did I know, I was there for 6 hours. Okay. I was not, and it was like 6 poses. Like each man, it took so long. Like I ran out of formula, okay? I almost ran out of diapers. I got to the point where I was just having to give my son water And that's like a big no. And I was like, at the point where I was like, look, lady, I gotta go, you know. She's so sweet. I really wasn't hateful, but I was just like, look, I'm unprepared, and I wasn't prepared to spend 6 hours of my day with you. I don't have supplies for this. And she's like, well, it's okay. Like, for example, I showed up in the morning. She, like 9, she had to leave to go pick up her kid from school. Okay. That's how long it took. Just an ungodly amount of time. Anyways, so listen to this. She's like, let yourself out, you know, whatever. I'll call you when they're ready. I'm like, good deal, you know, great. Right? That's a whole story on its own, but anyways, she's like, I'll call you when they're ready. I'm like, sweet. I'll see you later. So she leaves before me, right? I get out there, and at the time, I was driving my not very good car. It was I bought it from my mom. It was wrecked. It was a mess. Anyways, I get, like, no air conditioning. It was terrible. Like, terrible. I get in my car. I load my son up, right? A red wasp flies in my car, okay? I don't do that. First instincts are get my kid, get out of the car, right? So I'm holding my diaper bag. I'm holding my son in his car seat carrier, my purse, and oh, by the way, my son was born in March. So we're in April, May-ish. It is so hot outside in Shawnee. I don't know exactly where I am. I'm at some random person's house. So it was a mess. So I look off in the distance, and I see a guy walking off, and I'm like, he can help me. He can help me get rid of this wasp so I can get the hell out of this hellhole. And I say hellhole because it was a nightmare for me. I hate wasps. I ain't digging them. Get the hell away from me. No. So I run over as quickly as I can, carrying my son, my son in his car seat carrier, my diaper bag, and my purse, right? I'm like moving and grooving. I'm tired at this point because I've been carrying him. And I get over there and I'm like, please, oh my God, please help me. And he's like looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with this girl? And I'm like, listen, you have to help me. Please, I'm begging you to help me. And he's like, okay, well, what's going on? And I said, I'm trying to leave. The lady in this house, she, took my photos. I don't know if you're the pool boy, if you're her farmhand or whatnot, but like, I just need some help. He's like, okay. Found out it was her husband. He probably thought it was a total whack job. So he walks over and he looks at my car and he's like, I don't see a wasp. And I'm like, I'm telling you, it's in my car. Okay, it's in my car. I don't care what you say. And he's like, no, seriously, like, listen. He said, wasps are insects that when they get in somewhere, they're looking to make a home. So they're going to be up high, right? That's what he told me. That's what he said, right? Okay. And I'm like, okay. He says, and I quote, I don't see a wasp. They would be up high. Otherwise, he probably flew out. And I'm sitting here thinking, no, he probably didn't. He's probably hiding somewhere and plotting revenge on me because he knows I want to kill him. So this is what I say to the guy, are you sure he didn't like crawl in a vent somewhere? Because that just freaks me out, okay? Right? And every car I've owned, they've had these vents, right? I think it's for defrosting. I have no idea. But, there's vents everywhere. In my vibe, wow, there's a lot of shredded up tire on the highway. In my vibe, they had those vents. And I'm like, look, dude, what if it crawled in one of those vents? And he's like, wasps don't do that. And I'm like sitting here thinking, okay, whatever. I let this dude talk me into saying, the wasp is not here, just get out of here and drive off, right? Worst mistake of my life. Worst mistake of my life. Load my kid up, get in the car, fire it up, start backing up. Mind you, I had shut all the vents because I was scared, except for the 2 vents that were on top to defrost. I, physically can't shut those. It's hot. My AC didn't work as well, but it was a little bit, and I was like, I can't take this. My kid's probably burning up in the back. So I crank up my AC, turn the air on full blast, open up the vents. Somebody explain to me why a very angry red wasp comes crawling out of that stupid vent, okay? Came crawling out. And it was mad, too. And at this point, I'm like sheer panic. Like, full-blown, not doing it. Let me slow down so this guy can get by. Good. Pure panic. Like, you guys, I start locking up my brakes. And I'm like, pull over, rip out the car seat, because I'm so petrified. Fling all the doors open. I'm like standing on the side of the road, shaking, trembling in fear. I call Justin and I'm screaming at him. He's like, what in the hell is wrong with you? And I'm like, you get your ass to Shawnee right now. And he's just like, what the flip is going on? And I'm like, there's a wasp in the car. It's pissed off. There's no formula. Kaiser's been drinking water. He's like, oh my God. He said, babe, get in the car. And I'm like, I'm not taking nothing from you, because the last guy who told me to get in the car, you knew what in the car. There was a wasp in the car and it was mad. Okay? No. You get your ass to Shawnee. You come get our child. So I sat there, man. I didn't. Hell no. Nope. We sat out there by that car until Justin came. No. He shows up. I put Kaiser in his truck. I'm like, I'll come get the car later. Like, let's just leave all the windows open. He's like, babe, listen to me. We're not paying for a tow wrecker to come get your car in Shawnee and drive it back to Moore. It's about a 30-minute drive. And I was like, yes, we are. And he said, do you know how expensive that's going to be? We're not doing that. And I was like, fine. You drive it. He goes, I'm not driving that car. You can drive your car. Get it home. You guys, when I tell you the fear that I had while driving, right? It was like I had to talk myself into getting in my own car and being like, it's okay, to get myself home. I keep hearing something. I swear to God, if there's a wasp in here, I will abandon this car. The whole way home, I closed all the vents, which makes no sense because he crawled out of the one that defrosts my windshield, and I can't shut that one. And I had no air on, and I just freaking drove with no air, windows down, and everything was manual. It was a joke, I'm telling you guys. So like I said, if you think for a second that if I see a wasp that I won't jump the hell out and abandon this car, you got another thing coming, because I sure will, okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. No, I won't do it. I physically won't mess with a wasp. I cannot spray them down with the spray. I can't do none of that stuff, man. Y'all don't understand. And Justin thinks it's a big old joke. He's like, he thinks I'm being dramatic. And I'm like, don't you think that I would love nothing more than to not be dramatic about a stupid wasp? Like, don't you think? I hate it. I hate that I'm this scared of them, but I can't change it. I've tried. Like, you guys just don't get it. You just don't get it. break out into a full-blown like